Hello, John Talley here with Boats.net, and today we're going to be completely disassembling our 2004 Yamaha F225. Now, if you've been watching the other videos in this series, you know that we did a compression test that looked bad, and then we did a leak down test that looked even worse. So what we're going to do today is tear it completely apart, go all the way down to the crankshaft, and see if there's anything that we can reuse when we go to build it back up. So let's head over to the bench, look at the tools we're going to need, and then we'll get started. All right, guys, it is a pretty short special tool list for this particular project. All you're going to need, other than the regular tools and any well-stocked toolbox, is a flywheel puller. Now, Yamaha makes one, but it is kind of on the pricey side. So my advice, head to your local store, pick up one that has this configuration, 1, 2, and 3. Just make sure that these points aren't too far out. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to reach into those threads. Now, as far as the parts go, we're not calling out on any on this video because, well, this is just exploring. We're just going to break it down and see what's what. So, with that being said, let me go open up my toolbox and then we can get started. Let's roll. Step number 1, they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. I agree with that. So before we get started, if I were you, I would take a picture from each angle going all the way around the motor. Then that's going to be your diagram, so to speak, to get all these connections put back together. Because where we're going to start is we're going to go ahead and bring it around to top dead center. Yeah, I realize it's not that important to bring around to top dead center if we're going to break it all the way down. It's just the way I like to do things. All right, there's our marks. Top dead center here, and our marks here and here are pointing at the heads. So that's going to be TDC. Now, let's start getting that harness off. Now, as you're pulling nuts and bolts off, I suggest you get a supply of Ziploc bags. That way, as you pull each section, go ahead and tag the bag, throw them in there. Because I guarantee you, unless you've got a photographic memory, you're not going to remember where each one came from if you've got a big pile of nuts and bolts left at the end of the disassembly process. So go ahead and organize now. It's going to save you a lot of time later. I don't mind using impacts to take things apart. I do not recommend putting it back together because eventually if you use an impact when you're assembling, you're going to end up stripping something. But taking it apart, no problem. There's no real magic to any of this, guys. We're just going to go around the harness and just get everything laid off and disconnected. All right, with our zip ties cut loose, you can actually bring up your fuel lines and you push in on this black section in the middle. And then they just disconnect. Makes life a lot easier. So we'll just leave those hoses attached to the throttle bodies when we take those off. Like I said, we're just going to work our way around and take off the harness as much as we can in one piece. There we go. Not a lot of room to work back here. But be patient and be careful. You don't want to break these, and they'll never get seated back in there right. We're getting really close to the harness being completely disconnected. As you're doing this, it's going to be really important to continue to take pictures because some of these connections they aren't visible until you get other pieces out of the way. So you get something out of the way, you take a picture, then keep going. Because I guarantee you, when you go back, it's going to be almost impossible to remember where every single thing went from memory. There you are. Here she comes. There you go. Next, let's go ahead and attack the fuel system. Go ahead and get the VST tank out of the way. We should be close to being able to take it off as one unit at this point. There's just a couple of lines we have to disconnect. There's a water line over here for the fuel cooler that we need to pull. Looks like somebody already removed one of our bolts for us. Or either forgot to put it back on a long time ago. Now are you ready? Yep, looks like it. Now we're going to focus on getting the starter, the voltage regulator rectifier, and then we're going to work our way over to the throttle bodies, get those out of the way. So now let's go ahead and concentrate on getting the throttle bodies off. First thing I want to do is get the linkage out of the way. Actually, it crosses over to a pivot point about halfway through the engine, connecting one side to the other. Whenever I pull off a bolt where I can actually, or a nut, and put it back after I release whatever's being held by it, it makes it a lot easier when it comes time to put it back together. Let's see if she'll pull off now. There we go. All right, that should be it. Now, with all that done, let's go ahead and get that flywheel pulled off. You can use a little impact to get the nut off, and then we'll put on the puller and get it pulled off. Next, let's go ahead and get the flywheel off. We're using just a standard puller. Just make sure it has areas that go really close in to get your bolts through. It's going to be important that all the bolts be the same distance down so it pulls up on them evenly. Wow. This is new and exciting. There we go. A little shock to the system, that's all. Now, to get each one of these out, I recommend that you use an impact with a Phillips tip on the end of it, because if you don't, chances are you're going to round these off. Probably one of my favorite tools there. Makes life a lot easier. Just go and get this pipe out of the way so we can get the wiring out. All right, guys, that's going to wrap this video up. Listen, if you want to keep up with what I'm doing next, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because I'm really going to start tearing into this engine to see what all it's going to take to really rebuild it. Listen, we just want to say thanks for shopping here with us at Boats.net, and we will see you in the next video. Have a great day.